Like the lion tears the flesh off a man, so can a woman who passes herself off as a male. They sang Danny Boy at his funeral in the Lord's Prayer, and the preacher talking about Christ betrayed. Well, it was like the earth opened and swallowed him up. He reached too high and was thrown back down to the ground. And you know what they say about being nice to the right people on the way up. Sooner or later, you're going to meet them on the way down. Because there's no going back. When the foot of pride comes down, there's no going back. Now, okay, I hear you got a brother named James. I don't forget faces and names. He's got the sunken cheeks and the mixed blood, right? He stared straight into the sun and said, revenge is mine. Well, that's fine, but he drinks, and drinks can be mixed. And so you say, well, hey, sing me one more song about you love me to the moon, and the stranger, and your fall by the sword love affair with Mr. Errol Flynn. You've got to say, in these times of compassion, when conformity, is in such fashion, all I can say is, if you say one more stupid thing to me, say one more stupid thing to me before your final nail is driven in. For example, there's this businessman named Red. He's out of his head. He's cast down from heaven. And like I say, he's out of his head. He feeds off everyone he can touch. He says he deals only in cash. He's the kind of guy, he'd sell tickets to a plane crash, for God's sake. He's not somebody you want to mess around with much. Now, Miss Delilah is his, but a Philistine is what she is. She'll do wondrous things to your fate. She'll serve you coconut bread and spice buns in your bed. That's fine if you don't mind sleeping with your head face down in a grave, because there's no going back. When the foot of pride comes down, there is no going back. So that's the best I can tell you. They'll choose a man for you to meet tonight. And what'll happen is you'll play the fool, and you'll learn how to walk through doors and enter the gates of paradise, and you'll know how to carry a burden that's really too heavy to be yours. And up on the stage, they'll be trying to get water out of rocks, and the whore, you know what I'm talking about, will pass the hat and collect $100 grand and say thanks. They enjoy making money from sin, and then build big universities to study in and sing Amazing Grace all the way to the Swiss bank. I can tell you this much, because there's no going back. When the foot of pride comes down, there's no going back. There ain't no going back. You got to know this. There's some beautiful people out there, man. There could be a terror in your mind, and they'll show you how to hold your tongue. They got mystery written all over their forehead. They kill babies in the crib and say, well, only the good die young. Lord, they don't believe in mercy. Judgment on them is not something you'll ever see. They can exalt you up, or just to bring you down their main route and turn you in whatever it is they want you to be. There's no going back. There ain't no going back. When the foot of pride comes down, there ain't no going back. Yes, I guess I loved him too. I can still see him walking up that hill. Did he make it? Did he make it to the top? He probably did, and then dropped. Struck down by the strength of the will. There ain't nothing here, partner, but the just dust of a plague. It's got the whole town afraid. From now on, this will be where you are from. We'll let the dead bury the dead. Your time will come. Your time will come. And so let the hot iron blow when he raises the shade. Because there ain't no going back. When the foot of pride comes down, there ain't no going back. I don't know whether this has been a help to you or not, but I thought I would feel better than I do.